Hello and welcome. I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and Marconics multidimensional energy practitioner and teacher. This whole month, I've been talking about new choices, and I'm putting it out in January originally, so that's really pretty much the time we think about making changes, having New Year's resolutions, and just getting out there and maybe doing something different. What do we wish for our future? And new choices can be done anytime, of course. So, the first week, I talked about being stuck in a rut and how to recognize when you're there and if you're comfortable or if you want to get out of it, if you want to try something new. And then I talked about how to open yourself up to new possibilities because we don't always see what those possibilities are, or maybe we used to see, and we want to look back and see what we used to want in our future that maybe we never achieved, or things we wanted to try or do that we never did, or maybe just dabbled in and we'd like to spend more time doing it now. And then I talked about releasing the fear of anything that came up, the fear, oh, do I want it? Do I not want it? And first it was recognizing that it was fear, or maybe some limiting belief that you had to release it because you had that fear of whatever it was that came up. Maybe you didn't think you could do it or whatever it was. And now I'm talking about a better future. So if you're making new choices, your future can be whatever you want it to be. Whether you just want to improve it a tiny bit or you want to turn it on its head and totally change the way your life is, you have that opportunity every time you ask for a new choice to come up in your life, a new possibility. But remember, as I've said before, when you're asking the universe or you're saying, I want something new in my life, ah, don't just say that because it could mean anything could come up. Ask for what you actually want. If you say, I want something that fills me with joy when I do it, I want my life to be better, to enjoy myself more, to have more peace. That's the type of choice that you want to come up. Those new opportunities are in that vein. Instead of it being, I just want something new in my life. Yeah. Well, new doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be comfortable. It could be a challenge. And if you say, I want a new challenge in my life, that can be stressful. It can be uncomfortable. It can be unhappy or guilt laden. It could be anything. Because a challenge is an interesting word. A challenge, or if you say, I want a new adventure in my life, those two words are interesting because they bring all sorts of other connotations from the universe that could be things you don't actually want. So make sure you're a little clearer on the type of choice you want because your future will be better as you embrace those things that feel and fill you with the emotion you want to be filled with. The peace, the joy, the love, whatever it is. I know you're not going to open yourself up and say, I want more anger. Most people just don't do that. Now, if you do that, I'm sure you'll find plenty to be angry over because the law of attraction will just drag it right into your being. But if you know you want more joy, for example, you're in the right place because that's my whole mission in life is to help people to connect to their joy by me connecting to mine and then spreading that. So if you're looking for that better future, looking for new choices to get yourself out of the rut, to try and figure out how to get from here to the emotion you want rather than the thing you want, because you won't know what it is yet, right? That new choice, you'll go, well, I don't know what I want to do. But when those opportunities come up, when those choices come up and the new possibilities, and you go, do I want them? Do I not? Is this a new choice I actually want? You can compare it to what you're looking for. Compare it to, I want to feel more love. Does this opportunity do that? And if all of those fears come up, like we talked about last week, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, this is too large of an opportunity. And then there's it's not a priority right now. I don't have the money for that. I don't have the time for that. And then I just don't want to do it. There's different types of things that will hold you back from moving forward with the possibilities. So if you're looking for a better future, what do you want your future to look like? Do you want it to be more freedom of choice? If you're retired, do you want to have more time to do golf? Do you want to have more time for tennis? Do you want to have more time to be with your grandkids? What will make it a better future for you? A better future really is all about your choices, what you want. Nobody, well, everybody can judge you, but nobody is right. Only you know what will make your future better when it comes to this is what's in my mind, in my heart. And open yourself up to more than that as well. Because you might go, I just want to have more love in my life, or I just want to spend more time with the grandkids. If you're there, or more time with my children, or more time with this, more money for that, I want to do more traveling, whatever it is that would make your future better, go back to that emotion that you want to have. Feel that feeling and going, this is what I want to feel. So when you have those possibilities and opportunities show up, you can kind of click into that feeling and go, yeah, that is what I want. That's what I'm talking about. That's going to make me feel better. That's going to make a better future for me. But you don't have to know the exact look of your future to know you want a better future. Think about it. You don't have to know this is the result. Although we like to, as human beings, we like to have a goal and work towards it and know this is what the result is. But the result can be I want to feel like I'm making a difference by enjoying what I'm doing. Not just I want to make a difference in the world, because there are so many different ways you can make a difference in the world. You want to be able to go, ah, I feel so good about what I'm doing, about who I am when I'm doing it, about just this feeling. And perhaps the only thing you need to do to change is just a new choice. It's not about this huge shift in your life. It's just about a little choices, new changes, little baby steps to make your life a little better. Because if you enjoy the rut you're in, then maybe you only need a couple things to make it better. And it's like, no, I love my job. I love that this, and a rut is only a bad rut if you're judging it bad because you're not enjoying it. If rut just means you're doing the same thing all the time. If you love what you're doing and you love every part of what you're doing, maybe you don't need any new choices. If you looked and listened to the first video because it was said, are you stuck in a rut? And you went, yeah, I kind of am. But then you start to look at it and you go, I actually love what I'm doing. If you want to also plan for a future time, then you go, okay, what else can I add to this to make me feel even better about where I'm headed? Whether it's just a new hobby, a new volunteer opportunity, a new, maybe more time spent with children, grandchildren, getting a new puppy. I mean, whatever it may be to fill your life of more of what you want it to be. More joy, more love. And then if you need more money to do some of the things, ask the universe, say, hey, if I'm supposed to be doing this feels right to me. Bring me money because it's going to cost this amount or maybe more. I don't know. But whatever amount I need for that, I need that. I need extra because I'm not going into my savings. So if I'm supposed to do it, show me how. And then let it go. Because I swear every time I've done that, I may have really good money karma, but it always works. Always. And sometimes when it doesn't happen, I go, yeah, I didn't really know if I wanted to do that or not. So I'm not surprised the money didn't show up. It's always been that way for me. Maybe it's not as easy for you, but maybe you're also just not doing it in a way that works. Some people just worry about money all the time. So the future they envision with traveling perhaps or visiting other people that cost money isn't going to work for them because they can't get the financials and kind of in gear to get it working. Try asking the universe for it, saying, this is what I want. I want this or something better. It's going to require some money. This is about how much it's going to cost, this or maybe more, or find ways to maybe what comes up is somebody gives you the trip. I've had that happen when I was married. My ex-husband was great about that. He would get trips all the time and I'd get to go. And they were free trips. We had to pay maybe airfare or we'd have to pay maybe money or money, food or something. But the trip itself would be free. And he'd do a little bit of work as a musician. But compared to the trip itself, it was like, wow. Of course, for me, I didn't have to do anything hardly. So that was free to me totally. But I mean, you look at those and you go, well, maybe it's not the kind of financials I'm expecting to make that wonderful new choice happen. But to make a better future, oh, look, I got a gift card from somebody and that can pay for this piece of the puzzle that I thought I was going to have cash for. Somebody gave me $100. Somebody gave me, a gift card or something, or maybe for your birthday or Christmas. And they said, I didn't know what to give you, so I just gave you this. And you're going, oh my God, this is perfect. The universe will line it up. Just be aware when you get it that it may not look exactly the way you're expecting. So if you have a block and you've asked the universe or God or whoever you, angels, whoever you want to talk to, Buddha, I just talk to the universe and my higher self, and it's like, okay, please line this up if it's supposed to be wrong. This is what I think I want. If it's right and I'm supposed to do it, I'm getting the messages. It feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Line it up. If you know what the thing is, give me the finances. I could talk about this forever, and I have other videos and other podcasts on this and things. So look at that. Realize that you don't have to limit your future to be better because you don't know about the energy or the priorities or the money or any of this other stuff. It can all fall into line if you know the kind of feeling that you want to get in your future. You know you want more of this or more of that, more joy, more love, more peace. And you go, yeah, I do. What would bring me that? Find those new choices and those new possibilities to get you from here to wherever you want to be in that better future for you. What does that look like for you? Because it's going to look, your better future might be my living hell because you just don't know what somebody else would enjoy. What their future would look like would be wonderful. Some people might love being in an assisted living place because they have all these people around them. If they can find a place when they're older that has a lot to do and they're able to still do it and they go, oh my God, there's all these people I can make friends with. I can do all these activities. I'd love to be in this kind of a place. Other people, it would be their death. They don't want to give up their home. They would much rather die in their home and have people come in to help them, whether it's long-term care, those wonderful people that are willing to help the elderly. Everybody's future, and not just that type of future. I'm not talking about that far out only, but I'm just saying that's to see that one person's future idea of what's wonderful for them is going to be different from somebody else's. Sometimes, like I said, the opposite. No, not necessarily the exact picture of what you want, but the feeling you will get from being in this future. And that will help you draw more of that feeling to you. The opportunities will come. You don't need to worry. When you make those new choices and make those new decisions for what you want to do and be in your further as you go in your life, it's not as hard as you think. Don't worry so much. Just put it out there and make sure you say, I want new choices that bring me fill in the blank, peace, joy, love, and then let me recognize them when they come. That's what I've always asked for because I want to be able to be out there to help and assist others, but I want to feel the joy at the same time, or it's not really worth it. It's not my mission in life then. And right now, what it is to help people connect to their joy in whatever form that is. And that's for me. It may have nothing to do with what you feel. So look at yourself, know yourself, and allow yourself to grow and change and be whoever you want to be in this life so you can feel more of what you want. Thank you for listening. I'm Carol DeChaine, and if you'd like to know more about me, by all means, visit my website at www.connect2joy.com. It's Connect to Joy. What a surprise for saying what I did, right? And you can also check out my podcast there, look at the different spiritual coaching for practical matters to get you through your day-to-day life and for your future goals and plans. That's also there. You can also hire me as an intuitive or motivational speaker. And my podcast information is there as well. And also the direct link to the podcast homepage is is below the video. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you hear. You'll have 2 different videos a week right now I'm putting out. And I am having the Joy Corner, which are I am affirmations on Sunday, and one similar to this on Wednesdays. Until next week, do know that transformation and change is a journey and not an end destination. So please be kind to yourself.